Good afternoon, dear traders.
Hello and welcome to ИнстаФорекс TV channel. With us, Takhmina Salomova
And Anna Kasatkina.
You're watching a currency and commodity market review for the previous week.
What trends prevailed in the Forex market?
The US dollar rallied in the wake of Hurricane Irma and selling off after US inflation showed improvement. According to some estimates, Irma is expected to cost over $50 billion for Florida. However, the greenback strengthened because traders were pricing in $200 billion in actual damage. Euro-dollar pair rose to $1.1935 on Friday. The euro lost over 100 points for the week. The dollar rallied after the news that the US Producer Price Index went up by 0.2%, missing the 0.3% forecast because the figure was an improvement compared with July's 0.1% loss. However, the greenback lost momentum against a basket of major currencies on Thursday, even though statistics which showed a faster than expected increase in domestic consumer prices boosted generally depressed expectations for another US rate hike later this year. The pound sterling rose to its highest level since June last year, adding to downside momentum in the greenback. The sterling added to gains from the previous session, hitting its highest mark since the Brexit vote, piling further pressure on the dollar after Bank of England committee members said the moment is approaching for a rate hike. The pound-dollar pair advanced to $1.35.71, up by overwhelming 280 points for the week. On Friday, the reaction of US dollar traders was predictable to another missile launched by North Korea, a terrorist attack in London, and weaker than expected US retail sales data. However, losses were limited due to oversold technical conditions. The dollar versus yen pair rose to 110.85 yen as safe haven demand eased following an earlier spike in geopolitical uncertainty after North Korea launched a missile. The dollar-yen pair settled the week up by 2.77%. The widening of the interest rate differential between US Treasury bonds and Japanese government bonds made the US dollar a more attractive asset. And this was all about exchange rate movements in the currency market. So what sentiment prevailed among commodity investors?
Oil prices settled higher, raking up their biggest weekly gain since July on Friday.
And what was the reason behind such a rally?
Rising expectations that higher oil demand will reduce excess crude supplies to OPEC's 5-year average target. October Brent futures gained to $55.60 a barrel, while WTI crude futures for October delivery closed at $49.89 a barrel. Crude output is expected to remain subdued as US oil rigs continue to decline, pointing to a slowdown in production. At the same time, gold prices fell Friday as investors shrugged off a rise in a geopolitical uncertainty that followed North Korea's launch of the missile, but growing expectations that the Federal Reserve will hike rates later this year kept the precious metal on track for weekly lows. Gold futures for December delivery on the COMEX division of the New York Mercantile Exchange dropped by $2.91 to $1,326.39 a troy ounce. According to statistics, more than 50% of traders expect the Fed to hike rates in December. Gold is sensitive to moves in the US rate, which leave the opportunity cost of holding non-yielding assets such as bullion.
Takhmina, thank you for the commodity market review. You've been watching the weekly currency and commodity markets review on ИнстаФорекс TV channel,
which was presented to you by us, Anna Kasatkina
and Takhmina Salomova.
Have a great day. Goodbye.
See you soon.